Hello, my name's Catherine Sandland from the White Hart Training, and I'm taking part in a 30-day business challenge where I've committed myself to recording and posting a vlog every day for the next 30 days. What I do is I help people feel supremely confident each and every time they stand up and speak in public. And in today's vlog, I wanted to explore why being able to stand up and speak confidently is an absolute must for anyone who has their own business and for anyone who has a career within business. And if you want to be successful, and by the way, I guess if I asked you, do you want to be successful in your venture, you would say yes. If you want to be successful, then at some point you will have to stand up and speak to groups of people. That could be very informally, and it could be on a massive scale and much, much more formal. But nevertheless, at some point you'll have to speak to groups of people. Let me tell you a story about a networking experience that I shared with a friend. And when I first met Karen, with whom I've run some phenomenal woman training events, she told me this really interesting story. And she said that she went to a networking group for a number of times, and as you walked in the door there were two boxes, and in one box you put your business card, and that was a prize draw for a bottle of wine, and in another box you put your business card and there was a prize draw for an opportunity to stand up and speak about your business. Now, Karen went to this networking event a number of times and she never won the bottle of wine. But she was always pulled out of the box to talk about her business, which was fantastic for her. She actually won business out of that and could afford to buy herself a bottle of wine. But she was curious and she went to the organiser and said, why is it that I always get asked to speak? And the organiser said, that's because not everybody puts their card in the box with the opportunity to speak about their business. Now that's shocking. Absolutely understandable, because we know that the people have a great fear of standing up and speaking to groups of people. So understandable and shocking nevertheless, because there are opportunities to talk about our business, to raise our profile, and people are missing out on those opportunities. You know, the business world that we work in is an incredibly noisy one. We are bombarded from side to side with all sorts of information and noise, Facebook and Twitter, and let alone any sort of traditional advertising. And you know what? If we don't stand out, if we're not prepared to talk about our businesses in a way that has impact or influence, then somebody else is going to do it for us. Have you ever wondered why maybe your competitor is out there and is recognised and you're thinking, hang on a minute? And it's because it's recognising that being able to talk confidently and influentially about your business is an absolute must. So, sometimes we don't always see where those opportunities are. Sometimes we see the opportunities, but something gets in the way and stops us from grabbing hold of that opportunity. Sometimes we do speak up and we're not always sure what it is that we want to say, or maybe we know what we want to say but we don't always know how to say it. And just because we know some stuff doesn't necessarily mean to say we know how to say it with impact. And that's why I believe that that investment of your own time and your own development to be good at speaking to groups is absolutely vital for business success. So, next time you speak to groups of people, consider these three things. First of all, visually. How do you come across visually? Do you come across with confidence? Secondly, vocally. How do you speak with conviction to your group? And then thirdly, how do you come across verbally? Do you use words which are inclusive? Do you use words which are persuasive? Do you speak in collaboration with your audience rather than at your audience? the more impact we have, the more people will listen. The more they will listen, then the more opportunities they have to make or take a decision based on what we've said and what information we've given them. So I wish you success in your speaking, and I'll see you again for another blog. Goodbye.